Oh, I don't really get or understand the whole firing process when it comes to like certain coaches, the managers, the CEOs, like just the little conversations that they be having. I mean, sometimes it's for the good for coaches to be gone, and then sometimes it's like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, this is exactly what's going on. Bills just fired Sean McDermott. Why? I I get why they did it, but you have to look at everything this man done brought to this organization and everything that he has really dealt with, just being the Buffalo Bills head coach. They fire him after they lost to the Broncos this past weekend in overtime. You are playing the number one seed and you take it to overtime. They fired Sean after the Bills had lost to the Broncos in overtime, 33-30, you know. And it wasn't just mainly because of the game, but just the overall time frame that Sean McDermott has been with this team and just what he's done. And what he's done overall. He's been with the Buffalo Bills for 9 seasons. 9 seasons. And almost every time they have reached the AFC Championship game. But when it comes to that Super Bowl, that's where things get a little bit shaky. And I get it. Everybody is really aiming to win the Super Bowl. Every team, every player, every coach, they're aiming to hold that trophy up at the end of the day. Of course, you got to go through the preseason. You got to go through the whole 18 game regular season. Then you got the playoffs here. And then the last one is that Super Bowl. That's the main thing that all of the teams are aiming for. And I get that. And when it's always in the same circumstance where your team is a little bit shaky, especially when it comes to the Super Bowl, then you got to start sitting back and be like, yeah, we might need to go ahead and just make some changes. We know you've been with the organization for a long time, Sean, but we got to get you out of here. I mean, I get that, but it's like, was it really a good idea to just really fire him? I mean, really, what was it just a good idea really to go ahead and fire him? I personally don't think that. I don't. And Brendan Bean, he will now be being retained. So if you guys are not familiar with Brendan Bean, he is the general manager for the Buffalo Bills. So right now he's just in plain terms, he's quote unquote in position to be the coach, to kind of make the rules, to kind of set the rules, this, and that, and that. And Stephen A. He was on ESPN and Ryan Clark. They were both in agreement. Like they don't understand why Sean McDermott got fired. It really don't make sense. It honestly does not make sense. Listen to me. Sean is 98 and 50. 98 and 50 since he's been with the Buffalo Bills in his career time, y'all. 98 and 50. And we already know Josh Allen, he's a stud. He ain't going nowhere. He's a great quarterback. But the backbone besides the players, the coaching staff, like, what's gonna happen there? Brandon's gonna be stepping in. Sean McDermott is 98 and 50 in his career time since he's been with the Buffalo Bills, you know. I don't like it. I mean, this isn't a really good thing that they fired him. I mean, I don't get that. And something else. The Bills have the second most wins and they have the second best percentage when it comes to the NFL. Like who's up there with them? Probably Patriots or Broncos, which is the two teams right now that are still in the playoff that play this coming up weekend. So it's a lot really to consider. They have won 5 straight AFC East titles, dating back from 2020, already going to 2024. I mean, how much better can you get? You know, how quickly John Harbaugh was able to get picked up by another team. Hopefully Sean McDermott too. You know, it's unfortunate that they fired him, but I mean, it's just like people that work a regular 9 to 5. I mean, you wake up one day, hey, yeah, we got to cut you loose. We got to let you go from the company because of blah 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 and blah, and it's dang, you out of a job, you out of a coaching position at this point. You know, I hate that. I really hate that honestly. But I mean, like I said, hopefully, how John Harbaugh, how he was able to be picked up so soon, that was really quick for him. Hopefully, the same thing can happen with Sean. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, the CEO and the manager perspective, like just everybody that has to be in cahoots and they got to sit down and talk. I get it because there's certain things that you look at, and I get that. I get that. And the main thing that they're probably looking at is, every time we get to the Super Bowl, guys, it's like y'all just can't never get over that hump. And you know who's probably the main reason for that? Sean McDermott. That's what they do. If it's not the quarterback, it's the coach. If it's not the coach, it's the quarterback. It's always those two people that are always in a hot seat when it comes to something that goes wrong with a team. It's either the coach or the quarterback. It's the man. I'm not saying it's not no any other players or any other staff people, but those are the main two guys when it comes to this is what's wrong with the team or this is why they can't get over that hump because the coach or the quarterback. If it ain't the quarterback, it's the coach. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Like I said, unfortunately, it is just really disappointing that they just fired him. But I don't know. Right now, Brandon Bean, he's gonna just be the man in the picture. We'll just say it like that. He's gonna be the man in the picture right now, making the shots, making the calls, this and that. I mean, why not fire him? I don't know. Like jobs, I mean, it's some favoritism that go on in that sports world too. We just don't see it because the camera not on them all the time. We don't see all that, but trust and believe it definitely goes on. But unfortunately, that's what's happening. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of this video of why Sean got fired. Feedback. Come on, come on, come on. Bring it in, bring it in. Share this video too with anyone and everyone that you know. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can be notified every time I drop videos on this channel. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.